The perfect ML roadmap is here. This step-by-step technique will tell you what you have to do to land that ML job and start earning good money as soon as possible. So, as I care about your time, I'll list the steps up front. So, these are the steps as you can see on the screen. Hello everyone, I'm Srimanti and I'm currently working as an ML engineer. I recently graduated from IIT Delhi with a BTech in CS. And since I'm very passionate about ML, I want to help out as many people as possible trying to switch to ML, trying to transition to ML, or just in their colleges and they want to take up an ML job. Because, well, believe it or not, ML is everywhere right now, almost 90% of the spaces, and in a few years, it will be 100%. Well, you're thinking probably I'll tell some grand secret and that by the snap of fingers, you will be able to get that ML job at the end of this video. Well, that ain't happening. If you're ready to put in the effort, if you're ready to grind, then definitely you are guaranteed that ML engineer job. Well, what's an ML engineer? So basically, an ML engineer is actually the intersection of a data scientist and a software engineer. So we are managing pipelines. You are doing a little bit of research. You are doing some backend. It's all a mixture of everything in one. So this job is actually has a lot of responsibilities. So you need to understand them. You need to break them down step by step, and you need to master all of them if you want that job. Well, believe it or not, ML engineers have really good salaries. I can guarantee you that. And therefore, this job is really lucrative and this job is guaranteed to stay. There's nobody that can lay you off when you're in this job. So, this is very important to understand. An ML engineer is really, really precious. Great. So, now that we have got this out of the way, let's start going over the steps one by one. First comes the degree. Definitely, which is the most important thing. You need a BTech degree. Stream doesn't matter. Definitely, preference is CS, electrical, and all the tech branches. But if you're not from the CS branch, then fret not, because what you can do is that you need to take up the CS classes. You need to have a good understanding of coding. You need to understand competitive coding. You need to understand ML. You need to take up the ML courses in your college, and you need to write them in your resume. That should be really good. Yeah. You need to understand the CS fundamentals as well. Take up those classes which are CS 101, CS 102. Try to understand each of them. Give it time, give it all, give it your all. If you really want that job, you have to give it your all. That's something that I understand. I'm really passionate about ML and I really love coding. So that is why I think this is the perfect for me. And if you're really passionate too, you will be able to understand all the concepts and you'll be able to get the job. Trust me. Okay, now that we have the degree out of the way, the next thing that comes is having a good foundation of maths. Believe it or not, if you're not good in maths, then also you can get an ML job, don't worry. But you need to have a basic to intermediate level understanding of probability, statistics, linear algebra, and calculus. So, calculus mostly derivatives, and linear algebra not very much, like vectors and all. Those are very important. In my many of my videos where I've taught ML, where the maths and derivations, I have used vectorization, I have used all linear algebra, calculus, probability statistics, everything I have used. So you need to have a good understanding of them. I'll also be uploading probability central limit theorem, those that are important for ML, very soon on my channel as well. So please stay tuned for that. If you like the video so far, please drop a like. And if you don't, then fret not, because it only gets better. Coming to the next one, now that we have got maths and degree out of the way, the next thing that comes is having a good understanding of the derivations and the maths behind all the standard ML algorithms. So what do you mean by the standard ML algorithms? This is the list of all the standard ML algorithms. So if you go over the list one by one, I've covered almost 80% of all the topics here, and the rest of the two topics will be covered in upcoming weeks. Very soon. I have already got everything ready, just a little bit of editing left, and I mostly do it on weekends, so that is why it's taking a bit of time. But yeah, as soon as they're done, I'll upload them and you can go through them and understand everything. I guarantee that it will cover all the basics and derivations. Actually, it's really in great detail. I can guarantee that. Great. Now that we have this out of the way, the next thing that comes is having a good understanding of the Python library. So basically, you need to learn Python. And you need to learn the Python libraries that are very important for ML. So some of them are NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, scikit-learn, PyTorch, TensorFlow. Yeah, these are enough. You should have a good understanding of all these libraries. I've covered most of them in my videos in my channel. Please take a look at them. They cover mostly all the functions that you need to know for implementation. Great. Now that we have this out of the way, the next thing that comes is implementing all the machine learning algorithms by yourself in Jupyter Notebook or anything, whatever you want, so that you have a good understanding of the plots and the visualizations and how the loss function, gradient descent, and everything, how they work, how the next step comes after the first step, and so on and so forth. You should not memorize at all anything. This is very important. You need to have a good understanding of the subject. You cannot memorize it. Memorizing does not help. Great. Now that we have this implementation out of the way, the next thing that comes is MLOps, which is very important. It's always recommended if you do not have a strong experience and if you're trying to switch to ML, so it's very important to build a good portfolio. So for that, you need to deploy at least 2 models in production, machine learning models. And those models need to be robust and need to be scalable, and they need to be in like deployed basically, so that you can show the interviewer that you're actually serious and passionate about ML and you have done these projects, which are very, very, very important. So I'll also show them very soon on my channel how you can do multiple projects using MLOps, which is very important. Now that we have done this, we have a good understanding of the algorithms, of maths, of the libraries, and of the implementations and MLOps. Now we are ready to apply. So now this is very important. Start applying to as many jobs as possible. Start with internships. This is very important. If you're new to ML, you need to start with the internships. There are tons of internships all over the internet. So basically, you need to go onto LinkedIn. I post internship opportunities and job opportunities regularly on my LinkedIn channel. Here's my LinkedIn ID. You can follow me on LinkedIn, and then you can check out all the job opportunities that I post there. I also post on Twitter as well. This is my Twitter ID. So you are free, feel free to follow me there. And try to apply to as many jobs as possible. Do not hesitate. The the salary doesn't matter in the beginning, so you apply to as many internships as possible, get that experience, and once you have that, you can apply to any high-paying ML job and you'll get that. I can guarantee that. That is very true. So once you have a good understanding of all this, you are ready to go. You do not need anything else. You just need to have a very, very solid fundamental understanding. So, as they say, kill them with kindness. So, kill all these topics with passion and love, and then you will be able to understand everything properly. I can tell you that there are many sources online. Which, whenever you have any doubt, you have ChatGPT. You can ask that as well. So, it's very important to have a good understanding, a good grasp of everything. That's all for today. I would encourage you to check out my playlist on maths and derivations of all the standard ML algorithms. And I would encourage you also to check out the hands-on implementations of all these ML algorithms, which is very important, using scikit-learn and NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. Everything is there on my channel. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. See you next time.